What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. My name is Mike Russo, your host. With me,
Dave Kyriakos.
I almost said with me as always, but
Yeah.
it's getting to that point.
I'm like you're like Batman and I'm Robin. I don't show up all the time, but when
When I need a good blowjob,
yeah, exactly. When we need to when we're feeling a bit lonely because you still haven't found that special lady in your life.
you're my ward.
Even though you're a billionaire, you're a billionaire superhero, and you have no dating life. Like, what is that like? I don't get it.
It's not easy. Pippin ain't
It
easy,
should be easy then. How do you learn how to do that though? How do you?
but
learn
it sure
how
is fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a different skill set, right? It's like just because you have certain things in your life, good, doesn't necessarily make you good with the opposite sex, right? I would say.
Well, there's a thing that I learned about, not to make a right turn into Seriousville, but I used to hang out with this dude who was a writer, really smart guy. He told me about something called diseases of affluence.
He's a writer? Like he writes books?
Well, he doesn't have anything published. But
Oh, okay.
he wrote a bunch of shit.
Oh, that's cool.
He was telling me about diseases of affluence, where sometimes people who have money, like, for instance, Winona Ryder, who's a famous actor, got caught stealing.
Yeah.
Like, shit like that. So, like, maybe this guy, he's a fucking billionaire. He's got everything in the world, but yet he's so used to getting everything that when he doesn't get women, he fucking goes and hurts bums or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the motivation for Batman?
I mean, if you're talking about
I thought it was his dead parents, not the fact that he's like, damn, I'm striking out all these women. Let me just beat up criminals.
If we're talking about Batman, he's just a tortured soul.
Yeah, gotcha.
And Batman is the real person. Bruce Wayne is like the fucking alter ego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Batman is who he wants to be. Bruce Wayne is who he has to be. He has to go to meetings or he has to fucking talk to the board and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Alfred's the guy that's like, yo, you're Bruce Wayne. That's Batman. I'll help you with this shit, but you got to remember you're fucking Bruce Wayne.
So you have to come. So who is he then? You are who you are, but he's Bruce Wayne most of the time.
He could be Bruce Wayne most of the time, but his soul, his heart, his mind is Batman. His purpose is Batman.
Yeah.
There was one where he fell in love with this girl. I forgot her name.
Selena Kyle.
It wasn't Catwoman. How could I forget Catwoman's name? It was the Mask of the Phantasm.
Vicky Vale from the first time.
It wasn't Kim Basinger. But anyway, so he falls in love with this woman who turns out to be the Phantasm. I don't know if you ever seen Mask of the Phantasm.
No, that's
but
a good one, right?
It was really good. So he falls in love with her, and he's giving up being Batman for her.
I remember.
And he goes to their grave, and he like apologizes to them, and he's like, I'm letting you down. I can't believe, because now he's gonna be he's being a different person now. Like, you know, he's gonna become not who he is.
Yeah.
So he's fucking Batman.
I think that's probably the reason why I kind of stay away from girls for the most part. It's
not the gay thing.
It's not. It's not by choice.
I can't do this without the headphones, bro.
It's not.
I gotta hear what the hell we sound like.
All right. Yeah. It's not by choice. I like to think that way, but I feel like when I get wrapped up into that, I feel like all the things that either I want to do or I need to do just kind of like falls. Like, but I feel like it.
You're right.
I feel like it's falling like by the wayside. You know,
You're 100% correct.
all the motivation for all this stuff just like goes away. You know, whether because you're either concerned about this other person in your life, or you just is that like high or that feeling of like euphoria where you just like feel like everything's like okay, you know, like that's not.
There's a feeling that I chase a lot. My whole life has been based around pussy, chasing pussy, getting pussy, holding on to pussy, finding the right pussy. And I noticed that thing I'm chasing is when you first meet a new girl. The first time she puts like her hand down your pants, the first time you touch her pussy, the first time you feel her tits, the first everything.
Yeah.
And eventually the first turns into the thousandth.
Yeah.
And now you want a new first.
Yeah.
And it's just that newness.
The novelty of it.
The chase.
Yeah.
And then the newness of it.
The dopamine and then the variety. The novelty, right? It's like everything's new and fresh and like.
That's why I envy people.
Stale.
I envy people who like have like the high school sweetheart and then they get married, they have kids, they live their life.
Yeah.
It must be nice to just be like, this is my person and that's it.
Yeah.
I can't relate to that.
It's weird because I think that's what I've always wanted to some extent, but it's just never like. I just don't think it's my identity. I feel like I'm just like I think that that's how it should be, but that's not really who I am because I just had a lot more experience with the other side of that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're like what you're doing, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, that's what it comes down to.
There's nothing more fun than having that new chick in your bed for the first time, like banging this new girl, and this is fucking good.
It's always like the best. You think like that's like the best day of your life. It feels like that's the best day of your life.
Oh,
right?
fuck yeah.
Up until that point, it could even be like a girl that you don't even wasn't objectively not as good as like the like 4 girls ago.
Yeah.
But it feels like this is the best. This is the coolest thing ever.
It's
you know?
still it's still a fucking conquest.
Yeah.
You still conquered.
Yeah.
It goes back to that caveman Viking fucking thermonuclear warrior inside all of us, that carnivore.
Yeah. And then I mean, talk about high school now. It's like you I don't know. It has to have. It's a new phenomenon. I say new, maybe the last 25 years. But all these students, all these male students, like getting caught hooking up with like the female teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like every day. It's like I feel like every week there's at least like 2 or 3 like big stories that you hear of where that's happening, and I'm like.
Yeah, and the teachers are hot and young.
Yeah, well, that was we didn't grow up. I know you didn't grow up with that.
That didn't happen when I was a kid.
What did your female gym teacher look like? Let me just.
Who, Gus?
It was Gus.
No, but that's what she looked like.
Oh.
She looked like her name should have been Gus.
They all like old, like lesbians, basically, right?
They're all
unattractive, right?
older, probably like
Yeah, they're all older, right?
like
they're for older.
older, short hair,
Right.
little overweight.
Yeah, they're all short hair, the gray hair,
Yeah.
short hair, a little overweight, a little too old, and then I guess we caught that the end of that. That's probably why. And then all of a sudden they're just like, okay, I'm gonna retire and collect my pension, and then they recycle it, and it's like all of a sudden like there's like this wave of girls who realize that teaching is a good gig because you get a lot of good benefits.
Yeah,
You
that's
get, like,
exactly
for
what it was.
summers
The
off,
fucking
and
they
it's like,
cycled.
Oh yeah, and I got this play. I can get paid to like play sports or like play sports with kids. So, and I'm into fitness and I do all this stuff anyway. So then all of a sudden you get like this wave of like really young, attractive, like, gym type fitness girls who are just like,
it's crazy.
I'm your new gym teacher. Yeah. Me and Mike didn't got any of that. If you
Nothing.
we didn't, and no other teachers were that attractive either, whether it's
No.
English or.
None of them. Not a one. I didn't have one. Well, there was the Italian teacher was all right.
Yeah.
And she was even like borderline.
Yeah, I mean, I think back even for like a 16-year-old, I was like, maybe there's a couple that are attractive, but I feel like maybe it was just like the age and the hormones. So like, probably like looking back, it's probably these women were probably not even that good looking. I was just like young. And,
Oh yeah,
it's like,
that
But you see the articles now, and you see like the mug shots, only mug shots of these like teachers that are like. That's crazy.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's like abuse, rape, that's sexual abuse? If it's a female teacher, that is.
So it's weird because so many people I know, the media just presents the story, right? And then there's like the commentary around the story, and the commentary around the story is that like these women are like taking advantage of like these boys and all this stuff, and it's like
that's the story.
That's the story that they try to feed you. But dude,
meanwhile the kids are high-fiving each other.
Again, if that happened to me, that would have been like the best day of my life. And not only that, it's like that social proof, right? Because it's like everyone knows, right? You're gonna tell everyone.
Oh, that's why they get caught.
Yeah,
because he told all his boys.
Yeah.
And then one of them got jealous and was like, "Fuck him! I'm telling on him."
Yeah, that's what happens, right?
Well, one of the girls found out.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
And then it's like, but it's like I don't know. It's crazy that the women would, but it's also again, it's like another. The meta narrative is like, oh, there's all these men who are creepy men and who are going to be like pedophiles against either women or young boys. But it's like, I mean, how many stories do you hear of that coming out ever? Where like the male teacher was abusing a boy or a girl student?
Now,
I don't ever hear that.
Is it abuse if the teacher's not hot?
If it's abuse if the teacher's not hot, no, because again, most of these are male victims, right? Or victims like the students and. They're either into it or not, and if that was actually happening, I think you would get a lot of incidences of like boys like not being into it and not even doing anything, but then just tattletaling on the teacher. And I think that the older teacher would know that and sense that, so it's like, why would they give it up, kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like the boy's probably playing the teacher probably then at that point, right? Because
I would think so.
Because like the stupid teachers, just like probably graduated high school and then they had like this didn't mature in like college or where got her degree for being a teacher, right? I think you need a bachelor's or a master's or whatever. But whatever, she's like 23, 24. All of a sudden, she's like back in high school now, and she has no maturity, and she has no life experience, and now she's like back in high school.
But
and
now she's in that power position.
Yeah,
too.
She's in a position of power. There's probably like guys or male students who are like matching some type of archetype of like the guy that she wanted to get when she was in high school. And then it's like almost like a revenge kind of thing and a power thing and all that stuff. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Because you see it all. You see it like every week. It's something like that, and it's crazy, like crazy things, like just like I don't even want to get into it. It's just like it's just gross, A
lot of someone get gross. Pregnant too.
Yeah, someone get like stuff like that. Like that's like just it's sick from the women's perspective, but the boy is like you lost your innocence. Like everyone loses their innocence at that age. You're like, what?
Yeah.
How innocent are you when you're 16, 15 years old and
I don't know.
Your hormones are raging and you're just trying to get any type of attention.
Well, then again, my teachers, like we said, my teachers weren't hot. But if I was 13, I would have been like, I would have did it just to be like, ha ha, I'm not the virgin anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just for bragging rights.
Yeah, for your personal reasons, right? Like, I just want to get some experience, or I want to
more for boasting.
Maybe boast for some of your close friends, because again, you don't want to potentially end this thing, right? You want it to keep on going. So
I think
tattling, even telling your buddies, might be a risk of
at 13,
the whole thing ending.
At 13, I think my priority is like, I'm gonna have sex with this teacher. I'm gonna tell all my friends and brag about it. Like that's more at 13. That would be more important than worrying about someone ratting me out.
Yeah, maybe your average kid is like that. I know for me, I was a little bit always more like guard. I was always like very discreet about indiscreet about what I did. Like I was always like, that's just the way I was born. It's like you got to keep your lips sealed. Like there's no
discreet.
There's no like benefit to blabbing your mouth. Usually, so it's like why would you kind of let that thing go out there that can only like lead to bad things. But maybe you're your average 13-year-old kid who's like just like stupid and horny is just like the first thing you think is like very impulsive, because especially now kids now, like I don't know how they self-regulate. I mean, you have kids and all that. I don't know, like this generation, are they really any different than like when we were growing up?
I noticed they're nicer. Like kids are a little nicer. Like like when I was a kid or when I was in school. When you were different, whether it was gay, a little slow, if you had like some kind of physical thing wrong with you, you would get abused.
Yeah.
But now those kids are like coddled in school. Yeah, like, they know not to make fun of those people.
I think that's good, right?
I think it's good for society as a whole.
Like not to bully like other people and all that.
But at the same time, I think we need bullies a little bit. Not to bully the fucking handicap kid. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I feel like if a kid has a speech impediment, I'm not totally against bullying him. Like, let me explain. Let me say,
it's so crazy.
So like, my son had an issue recently where he broke up with his girlfriend, and there was some kids in one of his class that the kids kept bothering him. You guys are gonna break up. You guys are gonna break. He's 14. You guys are gonna break up. And then he was like, I'm worried about these kids because we did break up, and I'm going to have to hear them. So there was a couple of them, and they're big. So I was like, here's what you're going to do. Here's your options. You can just calmly get up and walk out of the class if you feel like you're having an emotional reaction. Can't let them see you cry. If you're going to cry, you can't let it happen.
Okay.
If you feel like they're getting to you, get up and walk out. One, and go to the guidance counselor, whoever. Your second option, pick the bigger one of the two. After class, crack him in the face. Dead in the face. You will not get in trouble. And he will leave you alone for the rest of your fucking life. That's why that kid should get bullied. Because if his parents teach him to stick up for himself and he cracks that bully in the face, one, that bully's going to leave him alone. And that bully might not fuck with anybody else.
Yeah, but you're learning
more lessons.
That scenario makes sense, but what does that have to do with like speech impediments and again, in that
that was just one I thought of. It could be anything: speech impediment, missing a finger, whatever.
But
a gay kid.
But that's different. Your example is like this: your son was getting bullied, or potentially could have gotten bullied by someone.
Yeah.
And he's just standing up for himself, right? So it's not like he's not going out of way to pick on someone because he's different. That's not what that's not what you're telling him to do.
Well, the point of the story is sticking up for yourself
Yeah.
against a bully is beneficial for everybody.
Right.
So that's why I think bullying is not that bad of a thing.
But that's the counter to bullying. You're saying that bullying is bad, but then to standing up for yourself, that's not really bullying, right? That's the opposite of bullying, right? That's like kind of standing up for yourself. And
No, I'm saying that's why I think bullying is not that bad. Why we need bullies. So the kids can learn to stand up for themselves.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, sorry, I was misreading that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that point.
I mean, of course, bullies are bad to a certain point, of course. They're not always... Listen, you could crack a bully in the face. That doesn't mean he's not going to fight back. You can get your ass kicked too. But
Yeah, exactly.
But there's more lessons, more positive life lessons to be learned in that interaction than just that interaction never happening.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, when I was a kid, I would get bullied occasionally, and for a multitude of reasons, it never escalated beyond that. I would stick up to myself in certain situations, but my whole concern was like what you said about like, I don't want to get my ass kicked, one, and then even worse than that, I don't want it to like escalate into like this big thing where now instead of it being like a one-off thing that happened like once a week, now it's like happening like every day, like nonstop, and now it's like everyone's involved, like all the bullies' friends are involved, and it's like
that can happen,
a
sure.
constant thing, because I've seen that happen with members of my family, my friends. I was like, I don't have the time and emotional energy for that, It's like I had other things to do, So for me, I was always like just shake it off and just like whatever. Yeah,
It's a lot of variables.
Yeah, it's just crazy. That's why I was like, it's ugly, man. It's like conflict, That's
Things
what it
never
is.
really go the way you think they're gonna go.
Exactly.
Like you think, okay, listen, I'm gonna do this, and A, B, and C is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the way. It usually is like E, G, and F. Wow, my alphabet's fucking horrible. Yeah. So whatever, but it doesn't.
EFG.
It doesn't work out the way you want it to work out. But there's always a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, failure and scars. These are our biggest teachers. Scars are like worn with pride. I just had my friend over the other day. He's got a big scar on his face where he got knocked out a couple of years ago. We got in a fight. Like, I was like in my 40s fighting.
Yeah.
We were fighting in the street. He got knocked out, and I broke my hand in that fight. I still have I got the surgery scar right there.
Holy.
And
See it.
and I was like, yo. But I got a chance. Me and my friends were rolling around with these fucking dudes, and it was the time. It sucked because my hand hurt, but it was fun. It was fun. Well, I don't know why I brought that up. Why were we?
Wait, when was that? It was like
Yo,
fightings and bullying. This was recently?
This was like 3 years ago. I know.
And you needed surgery on your hand? That's kind of. But don't you think at that age, like when a fight breaks out, it's like more serious? It's like because now it's like, okay, these are the older silverbacks, and they're picky and choosy about the fights that they're taking because they've seen a lot of stuff already. So if it comes to blows at this point, like. And again, you're not spring chicken either, so it's like
I was actually recovering from forearm surgery at that time too. So
okay,
I noticed
the same arm.
Same arm. I noticed my friend was a little. You could tell. Like I've known this dude 40 years. I was like, I knew. I could just feel his energy, so I had to pull him to the side. We were in Babylon, right over here. I had to pull him to the side. I was like, yo, listen, I'm recovering from surgery. I don't want to be fighting tonight. Like I felt it. And it happened. I fucking knew it. But it was fun. I mean, there was four of us and 2 guys and 4 girls with them, and the guys were fighting and the girls were throwing chairs at us from the sideline and shit. So
So what happened? Can you tell me like how this thing started?
Yeah. We went to the Mexican restaurant. We had the tacos.
Which Swell Taco?
Swell Taco.
Dude, I was about to pass by there. It's like, I'm in the mood for tacos. I was like, either a Taco Bell or Swell Taco.
Yeah.
Like, Swell Taco is awesome, but it's busy. So that's where this whole thing happened?
Yeah, Swell, and they had outside seating. It was during the summer.
I see that. Yeah, the back.
Actually, no, it wasn't during the summer. It was in November, and they still had outside seating because it was Thanksgiving Eve.
Okay. Oh, so it's like Blackout Wednesday.
Everybody was out.
Everyone's out.
So...
Okay, yeah, you were eating at the backside
we were
outdoor area.
We were inside, but they had seating outside in the street, like in the sidewalk. And so we're leaving. We're going home. And my friend, the one I was telling you about, Bill, he saw a girl and a guy across the street arguing with each other.
Oh no. That's not
So he starts yelling at the guy, "Leave her alone! Leave her alone!" I'm like, Bill, they're not fighting. She's just chasing him because she wants to talk to him. Motherfucker, hit me! You don't hit no. I was like, Bill, they're not. He was drunk. He's so drunk. I was like, yo, they're not fighting anyway. So they come across the street. They start fighting. The girl goes and calls her friend, whoever she's with.
Yeah.
Then some big guy comes, big built young buck, like 25, fucking football guy. And he gets in Bill's face. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, let them fight. Just let them fucking fight.
Yeah.
And I don't know what set it off. But before I knew it, I was on top of the other guy, choking him out. Billy had the other guy was scraping his face on the concrete. Girls were throwing chairs at us. It was a mayhem. I want to get this. Got to be a fucking camera there.
That was at the Swell
on the sidewalk.
It was the side because I know. Is there a front area? I thought it was just a back entrance. There's that parking lot in the back. In the back, it was that.
Or maybe it was Del Fuego. It was one of those two places.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because there's a taco place called Del Fuego over there too, and so I saw my friend get knocked out at the time because I was head up with the big guy. We were squaring off. I kicked him in his stomach. And then the girl grabbed my arm and I fell over a chair. And as I'm getting up, I see the guy walking towards my friend who's messing with another one of the girls. And he came around, bam, cracked him from the back around like this, out cold.
Oh, he screwed. That was like a couple of years ago.
This was like 2022. I know. We shouldn't be fucking doing this. No one wanted to go out on that day. Because
it's crazy that day.
My friend's brother was like, yo, we can't go out. Everyone's going to be out. I was like, yeah, but we're all off tomorrow. Like, no one, we never get a chance to hang out.
I can't, yeah. It's a good night to go out drinking.
Yeah, so everyone was, except
but you were sober.
I was the only one not drinking. I was sober, yeah.
So you saw everything clearly. And
yeah. My hat never fell off. I was wearing my, I have like these beads that for my HTC beads. Mm-hmm. They never fell off. My jacket never came off. I tapped one of them out. I had this dude in the rear naked choke, and he started going like this. I was like, nah. I was like, nah, dude. I let him go eventually, of course. But
you were really good wingman. But so you weren't mad at your buddy for like getting drunk and like setting this whole thing off?
At first, when I saw my hand was like fucking blown up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, because I didn't feel it when it happened. When I fell down, I looked at my hand. I was like, oh shit. But like I said, I wasn't mad. I was like, this is, one last hurrah. One last go around. Let's do it. I was already out of work because of my forearm.
Yeah. Okay. So that was good at least. Like you didn't have to.
I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
One more fucking. Wash your.
Sorry.
So I was like, yeah.
I'm getting anxious thinking about this fighting.
I was like, yeah, one more time around the block with the boys. Let's go. So it was fun.
And the guys were a bunch, like they were younger than you though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm worried about at our age. Is like I feel like there's a time where like I had a sweet spot of like I was mature but also young enough to like take on someone my age or younger. Like if you're 25, 26, dealing with an 18, 20, 22-year-old, it's fine. But now I feel like at our age, it's like dealing with a 25, 28-year-olds, whatever, and it's like a multiple of them, and you don't know how many more are coming. It's just it's like. That freaks me out. Even when I go to the city and I see like, it's funny. They always talk about like, especially parents or dads are always like, I love my daughter, but I'm worried about what happens when they turn 13 and 15 or 16, and I'm going to be totally. They're already planting the idea in their head that they're going to be scared of their daughter at a certain age. I just think it's a weird thing.
What's the scare?
I think because when they go through puberty and then they act like all like they're going to see other boys, and then they act like they're all going to act all bitchy, and then I'm going to like lose my baby girl and all that. And like,
right.
But they're like, but it's like they're scared of their daughters, and I'm like, there has to be some kind of psychological thing between like the mother of the children and then like them, where they're like scared of their daughters growing up. Yeah. But I'm like, dude, like teenage boys are like, I mean, when I'm in the city, I'm not like I'm sitting in the subway, stop or whatever. I'm like, I'm not scared of a group of teenage girls. Yeah. I'm scared of a group of teenage guys, because if their adrenaline gets pumping and I, piss off one of their, egos or whatever. And then like, dude, if it's like 2-3 teenagers, I'm dead. You know,
Yeah.
all you gotta do is kick me a couple
I mean,
of times
it
on the
could-
ground. And I'm like, I'm dead. They'll kick me one time in the skull.
It
I'm
could be like
"Yeah."
5, 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Swarm.
They can fucking just tap you. You could be wearing a nice pair of sneakers and you don't even realize they're there, and all of a sudden, yo, man, what size are them sneakers?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
so that's what I'm
understand,
scared of.
but I think like the thing with the kids, with the daughter, because I have a daughter, she's 16. But the thing is, like, when you hear stories about the daughters rebelling and doing this, you don't hear about the other stories because there are no stories. So
What do you mean?
the dude's scared of his daughter doing this, that, and the other because he's heard other daughters do that probably. But that's because those stories get the juice. You don't hear the good stories.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's individual basis.
Yeah, I mean, there's always problem girls. There's always problem guys. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the most part, it's like, and I feel like if you're in that mindset, you're almost, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh yeah,
also.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not a parent. It's probably easier said than done. It's like, I don't know how you discipline children.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like if you tell them not to do something, they want to do it more, I'm assuming, or not. Like, I
Well,
don't know how that whole thing works.
It's fucked up because no one, like, I remember when my brother's son, I think he was born in '99. So what is he, like 25 or something?
Mm-hmm.
When my brother's wife was pregnant, he was like, Mike, I don't know how to be a father, and I was like, nobody does until you are. So like all these things you're saying about discipline and everything, I had an idea that when I was going into this, I was gonna discipline my kids by hitting them, spanking, goon arming, or whatever. And I've never hit my kids once ever because once you have the kids and you see their personality, how they act, and how you interact with them, you have to go based on that.
Right.
So you don't really know. Right now, you could say I am or I'm not, but when the time comes, you don't know. You might smack that motherfucker across his face.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's.
But that was always on the table, though. You're like, well, if my kids are nice right now, they've always been, but you're like, you don't know how it's going to evolve, and that there could be a point where they do something, and that was always like an option, right? You're always like, but they were good kids.
It came off the table actually, because it was on the table at first.
Yeah.
And then they just turned out to be good kids. I've never had to even punish them, but. At a certain point I was like 30, I think, when I started having kids. Between like 30 and 40, I kind of came to terms with my own physical abuse when I was a kid. My stepfather beat the fuck out of me when I was like a kid. And I was like, you know what? I don't want them to feel any of that. So that came off the table.
Well, that was different, right? Because that's like chronic abuse, right? I mean, usually, for you, it wouldn't have been like, okay, well, they're great kids. I don't ever foresee myself ever hitting them. But if they did something and I felt like it escalated to a point, you might probably just like smack them or whatever, and then that might have been like the first and last time you ever did that. I'm assuming, right?
Well, that's how I went coming in. But then once I realized, I don't want them to feel what I felt, even if it's just a spanking or a beating. I don't ever want them to feel that fear. Mm-hmm. Nah, it's out. It's out. And their mom was never with spanking to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was out. After I came to terms with all that shit.
Well, did you and the mom like had to have come to an agreement on that, right? Because it's like she can't be parenting one way and you the other, right?
Yeah, no, we didn't really. A lot of the times I would say something and she would go with what I said, but I don't know if she would go with what I said because she wanted to or she was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times I would say something and she'd be like, "All right," and I'd be like, "Really?
Yeah.
Okay." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, we weren't together that long, so.
Right. But I was like. Okay, it's one thing not to know how to parent. Like I understand that, but I guess if there's another parent involved, I think at least both parents would have to be on the same page in terms of because if you're doing complete opposite things on how to raise your child, like the child is going to be confused at the very least. Right?
We have to be on the same page now.
Yeah,
we haven't been together in 10 years.
Well, it's even more so now.
It's crazy.
It's like this logistical thing, right? And then it's like she has to make sure you're doing things a certain way when she's not around and vice versa, right?
Yeah, and it's also like if something happens with one of the kids at school or he's going through an issue and he tells me the issue but doesn't tell her, I have to tell her the issue, but then I have to tell her not to tell him that he told me in case he didn't want her to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I have to stay loyal, keep her in the loop, but not betray his trust at the same time.
Right, that's true.
Oh, his or her. Sorry.
Right, that's in general. That's almost every relationship is like that, right? Whether you're
you know,
divorced or together, or it's kids or wife, it's like there's some things that you have to disclose and some things you don't, right? Because you had to,
Yeah, I mean-
you have to confide in each other to some extent.
if it's an issue with the kids, she has to know. There's no way I'm gonna keep that from her.
yeah,
But I need to tell her to be cool about it and not, you know.
yeah. Man, it's like I guess you said that the kids are.
It's a lot easier parenting than people say.
Right.
I mean, it's not easy, but it's a lot easier.
Is it just? It's not easy just because it's just time and energy and attention. You're just
Well-
getting way out of your things that you want to do, or is it just like
The big
I really
thing-
can't figure this thing out? I don't think it's that either.
No,
Right?
the big thing is, forget about sleeping. You're not sleeping anymore. Or, you know, this, that, and the third.
That's only for like the very beginning, right? When
But
they're
it's
first
like-
born.
Yeah, but that's like one of the biggest things. And it's like, okay, but when I'm sleeping and the human being that created is crying, I don't have a problem getting up.
Yeah.
And when the time comes, you'll get the fuck up.
Yeah.
You'll feed the baby and you go right back to sleep.
Right.
And you might sleep for 2 hours because that baby might get, but it doesn't matter. It's okay because
Right.
you love that thing.
Do you miss
Fucking-
it to some extent?
Oh
like
yeah.
That that.
Oh fuck yeah.
Really?
I think about it all the time.
Really?
Yep.
The worst part of the worst part of being a parent, everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna like for what? Like 6 months, a year, you have to like get up in random times of the day.
Yeah, whatever it is.
That's the worst part of parenting." And you're telling me that you just think about that, you reminisce, and like you're like,
Let me tell you something. It's 3:00 in the morning. Your baby is crying because there's pee or poop in their diaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get up, you put the light on. They're crying. You change the diaper. You put the fresh one on. They stop crying and look at you in the face.
right?
And that acknowledgement that baby's
Like
like,
do that?
fuck yeah.
No.
Then that baby's like, whoa, this is my guy. This
Really?
Is,
At that
and-
age, they know.
Oh
that?
my god, it's fucking beautiful. It's so fucking great. Because they stop crying because they got piss in their pants. So when you clean
They
them,
cry. I don't even know. I don't remember. I've changed. I
you
don't
don't remember when you were a baby.
Well, I don't have any kids, but I remember I have 11 nieces and nephews, and for whatever reason, I probably changed diapers maybe 20 times in my life, something like that. And it's I explain it as if like it's like the presidents of the United States, like his desk. It's like if something comes to his desk, like a decision needs to be made, that means it's like really bad because like all these other levels have things didn't go well or whatever, and now it's like someone needs to make a decision. Now it comes to my desk. That means a major thing happened, right? And I feel like for me to be the situation where I have to change a diaper for a baby that's not even mine.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, well, the mom's not around, the dad's not around, there's no aunties around or grandparents. Or like, why is he like this like irresponsible like young man? He's all of a sudden has to.
You're the guy.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it was maybe because it wasn't my kid, but I really did not enjoy it to the point where I think I can do everything about having a kid. There's two things I can't do. One is I can't change diapers. I feel like, again, maybe they're always like, oh, it's going to be different when it's your kids or whatever. I just get skeeved out by that whole part of life. Even when it's me, I got to change my diapers or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I just feel like I want to do it as quickly as I can and just not think about it, you know. And then guys like joke around and like they like that type of humor. I never like that. I think it's like really
you don't
gross.
like shit humor?
I just don't like it. The scat humor I don't like
yeah.
or whatever. There's that, and then there's also like I don't want to help my kids with their homework. Because
No, you're right.
out of
That's-
principle,
no,
it's literally out of principle. Because
sucks.
I'm paying all this money to have these people, this whole institution.
This shouldn't be homework to begin with.
I said that also.
Yeah.
I keep on saying that. I feel like that's one thing I remember about being a kid is I felt like we were in school way too long, way too early, way too late, and we had way too much homework afterwards.
Way too much
Yeah.
fucking homework.
And-
Homework. What?
And then there was like special projects you had to do. Remember
Yeah.
those stupid
Yeah.
projects? And then you needed to get your parents' help to do it.
They didn't want to help.
Yeah, and I didn't want to ask them to help. I'm like, I remember even as a kid being like, there's something off here. Because like, okay, it's one thing if like the teacher's not going to help me with this project, but I can't even do it by myself.
Yeah.
And I need to get my parent who's like my mom or
You
dad.
just got done working 12 fucking
exactly.
hours.
They got their own stuff going
Fuck.
on. They come home from work and they gotta like help me like glue like this macaroni onto a piece of
know.
construction paper. Like, I
Bob,
don't
could you
get
help me build a volcano?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know how to build a fucking volcano.
I don't get it.
Homework's got to be banned. I'm so happy. My
Yeah.
kids don't get homework, so I love that.
Is it really? Is that like a new thing? They don't get homework anymore?
Every day. Hey, you got homework? Nope. Got homework? Nope. Got homework? Oh, I have a test. I have to look over this, that, and the other. But they don't get homework.
I think testing is fine.
That's
Studying
fucking
for
great.
testing is great, but because it's kind of like a performance thing, which I think again you gotta like stand and deliver. I get the testing part, but so your kids are in like a private school or a public school?
They're in public high school. Neither one of them get homework every day. I love it. It's so good.
Oh, so is that they're starting to phase that out? Then I hope so.
I don't know. I just know every day I ask, and they say nope. I'm like, cool. Well, my daughter does half a day. She does that second half in BOCES.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's like a little different curriculum.
Yeah, so she does until like 11 at high school, and then she goes to BOCES for the art program.
Right.
So she definitely's not getting homework.
Okay. And then your son, does he get homework? He just finishes it before like he gets home
Oh.
and he doesn't?
Thank you for bringing that up. I forgot about that. Sometimes he'll do it in study hall.
Okay, that's good.
So
I
they do
guess.
get homework, but he does it early.
Okay, that's good. And I mean, it's bad
know
that
what?
they're getting homework, but it's good that it's not taking up his free time.
I
Because
forgot about that. Yep.
Okay, so he gets homework. He just gets it done by the time he gets home. He's already done.
So technically there is homework,
Okay.
but he does it in study hall.
Oh, that's good then. I
Yeah.
guess there's not enough. It's not a lot where he has to come home and do like.
he's also
3
in like some special ed classes, and
Okay.
they don't give you shit to do.
Oh, really?
They're
That's
just
good.
like, yeah, what's how much is a quarter?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you're good for the year, son.
Oh, okay. So that's probably what it is. Then it's just like because he's a special ed. And
He's
all
got
that.
some special
Okay.
ed classes, and I was in special ed classes. We didn't do shit,
Yeah.
and because this is kind of funny. I was in regular classes, and I had a friend who was slow. He was in special ed classes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what do you guys do over there? He was like, we get the answers to the tests. We don't get homework. We read fun. I was like, how do I get into special ed? So I found out how do I get into special ed. You have to take a test.
Yeah, and you just gotta fail it. I
I
guess.
failed it. I
like-
fucking failed it on
So
purpose.
you knew the right answers, and you're like, no, it's not gonna be that.
Dude, I could have got 1,000 on that test.
Yeah.
Bro. It was so fucking easy. I failed it on purpose. I had like math, English, and like some like social studies special ed classes. On a roll. Boom. It was beautiful.
Dude, you're literally the smartest special ed person. Not just because of that, because you purposely failed a test. You knew how to game the system. I wish I did that.
Well, because the main thing was math. I had
Yeah.
such a hard time with math.
Yeah.
And they dropped me into a thing called consumer math, which was not regular math. It was the easy math. And I dropped out of that one
Yeah.
and went to special ed math. So I cruised through high school.
Oh man, I wish I did. Is part of me like I kind of like was an overachiever, but part of me wishes that I kind of like dialed it back a little bit and just like had more fun and didn't have as much like I had crazy amounts of homework. And it
Yeah,
was
but you got a
difficult.
good job, though, right? You make good money, so now you can.
Yeah,
now's your time to
But
party.
but it's funny though, because like when I like my bosses and all that, they were like way less like in terms of like their academic success, they were always way less than I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were just like, and I figured like, how did they get ahead? I'm like, oh, they're like gaming the system also, kind of. You know? Like
Yeah.
that's what I wish I learned more of how to do that, not just like work hard and like be a good good student and be like obedient or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's like you had to be more savvy than that. But like,
Did you enjoy school, though?
no, I didn't. I hated
Oh,
it.
yeah, me too. That's why.
I was very curious. I loved learning. My dad would take me to the library every Tuesday, which I kind of liked better than going to school.
I love the library.
Yeah, back in the day.
I love it now.
Well, people don't, I guess if you're young, you don't realize that like the library was like the old school version of the internet, right? Like that was it.
Anything you wanted to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to go there and get like addresses for like sports teams and write them letters.
Oh,
and shit.
really? That's
Then they'd
awesome.
send back stickers and pictures. And
Really?
shit.
I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, like I remember Tuesday, like that was the one day my dad had off, and then of all things, he would like take time out of his day to take me and all my siblings to the library, and then we would just look at books and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, but so I was always like smart and like I was very curious, but I hated just the aspect, like everything about school. Just like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got up too early. I was never a morning person, so I hated getting up. I hated rushing to get to school. I hated how like there was all this. It was like you only can spend like a small amount of time learning this thing, and then you got to move on to the next thing. Like,
Right,
There's
yeah.
no like focus on anything.
Yeah.
And you're just always like it's based off of like prison where they just cart you around from place to place to place. You know.
It is prison.
Yeah.
You're behind these walls for 8 hours.
And it's like I think most high schools were designed, or most schools are designed by the same people who design prisons. Like it's made by the same like architects, basically.
Yeah. Do you think that school is like almost like a training program for us to be in like the workforce? Because it's the same shit. 8 hours behind these fucking walls, just like we're machines.
Yeah, we who was it?
Cogs in the wheel.
Some guy. It was called like the Prussian School of Education, like when Prussia was like its own like country or a kingdom or whatever.
Wait, Pennsylvania?
Prussia, Prussia was like where modern day like Czechoslovakia and Germany is.
I'm thinking of something else. Okay.
Yeah, like the Prussian Empire, and that's where they instilled like this modern concept of school, where like everyone would get into like these like kind of like big like people factories, and like they would teach you how to be more disciplined. And like the people who created these things, they said, yeah, like the reason why I want to create schools is to make like disciplined citizens who kind of like can go to the factories or go to like, after that. And like that's all it was about, is just teaching kids to like be compliant and disciplined so they can be disciplined and compliant adults.
And then die.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
And it's like, part of me is like, that's kind of crazy, but at the same time it's like, okay, if that didn't exist though, what would we do? Right? Like what would human beings do if like they didn't have like all these structures where they compel you to go to work, compel you to do like all this stuff?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like you need that structure, but I feel like it's like 5 days a week at the very minimum. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. There's people who do 12, 16 hours a day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
5 days a week, 8 hours a day is too much, bro. It's too fucking much. I feel like there's too much. We're just cogs in the wheel of this machine that just we were born. It eats us, chews us up, and just spits us out. Every once in a while, one of us squeaks out, and we live a great life.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, none of us in this room are going to be that person. And I came to terms with that at like 25, and now I'm 48, and I'm like, I do not want to work ever again. I'm sick. I've been working since I was fucking 15, bro. I'm sick of this shit. But this. If I don't work, I don't live.
It's like literally a rat race, because it's like you're like rushing. Do you have to rush to get to like your job? Like you have to like race to like, because you like drive somewhere and then you have to get on the train and then you gotta get the train to like the end station. You gotta get from the station to like to office kind of thing. Is that how it is?
When I was a kid, if I was ever late, I would get beat up. So I'm the most on-time motherfucker ever.
By your parents?
By my stepfather. Yeah, he would hit me and shit.
Damn.
He would beat me up if I was late for dinner or whatever. So I'm always on time for everything.
Yeah,
I'm early for everything.
Right.
So like just right now, you said you were coming over at 8. At 8:01, I was like, yo, where is he? Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I never have to rush because I'm never late.
Okay, so but like you're never rushing. So is it like you feel this compulsion? Do you like get? Like, let's say you need to be at work by like 9. You always get there like 8:45 every day. Is that how it is?
Actually, earlier than that. Yeah,
early, whatever it is. But aren't you rushing to get to that early time though? Like, isn't that how it feels? It feels like to you? Because I'm usually early also. Like I was early here, but I thought like maybe you're running a little late, so I was taking like my time driving here.
I appreciate that.
Let me get here at 8:05 because I don't want him to like be like to you to be rushing also.
I appreciate that, but that sense of urgency is actually still there. I don't know why. Even though, let's say if I have to be at work at 9 and I show up at 8:30, I'm like, well, because my job.
But you're rushing though. Get there at 8:30, aren't you?
If I drive to my job, no. See, no, I don't rush if it's like that. But I still have the anxiety because I got to find a spot.
Yeah.
I'm working Jamaica.
That's what it is.
I got to find a spot.
Right.
And then I got to make sure I don't get a ticket.
Yeah.
And then if I take the train, I got to check the train schedules, make sure the trains are running, make sure the subway's running. So, there is some anxiety even when I'm early.
Oh, no, totally. That's how I feel like if I'm commuting to the city. It's like, okay, well, I got to get up at a certain time because I got to make the train at a certain time. So I got to get up. I got to get there early to make sure I get a parking spot. Got to pay for the parking spot if there's a line for the machine to get to pay for the parking spot. Like I got to account for that. And then I'm like, okay, then I got to rush to get to the platform. And then I gotta wait, like in the cold, to get to the train. Yeah. Maybe the train's late, maybe it's not. And then it's like I gotta go to Jamaica and wait there, change there, Yeah. And I gotta go to like Penn Station. And from Penn Station, I gotta like walk from Penn Station to wherever I need to go, or whatever, or take the subway if I need to take the subway from Penn Station. And then it's just this crazy ordeal just to like show up,
just to get there,
start to work.
I know, yeah, that's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And I feel like I would make it to work more if I worked down the block.
I've had jobs where I've commuted like 24 hours, like a 24-hour flight, a 22-hour flight, like halfway around the world. Like that's how I had to commute. And then I had jobs where I literally,
Every day?
I literally, not every day,
It
but
couldn't be every day, right?
yeah, like I would fly to Japan, and then I would be there for like 2 weeks, and then there'd be jobs where like I literally can just like walk like 10 minutes. I'm at my job.
Yeah.
And it's like the walking is like. It's like it's like a totally different life.
It really is.
It's
It
a
really
totally
is.
different life. And now, once COVID happened, a lot of people got to work from home, and they didn't want to go back. They're like, I didn't realize how bad the commute was until I had to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is, you get used to it, right? No matter how bad.
We're as humans, we're great at adapting to
Yeah.
shit. When I was a couple of years ago, I had jury duty in Mineola, and I was working at the time. I was working in mostly Jamaica, but a little bit of Middle Village, and when I was commuting to Mineola instead of Middle Village, I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
This is like 10 minutes, and I lived in Massapequa.
Yeah,
So it was even closer.
It was like a slight adjustment, and it was like that break, and you're like, okay, this is a lot better, even though it's a little change, right? Kind of.
It was so I was like, yo, I got to try to get a job on Long Island.
Yeah.
Because this is great.
Yeah.
And I used to think of it the other way. I used to think about that half an hour drive home, 45 minutes, whatever it is my time to think. And but that's not like that anymore. Now I want to get the fuck home.
Okay, so before you used to like use it as a time to kind of like you be in your own headspace, but now you feel a little bit more anxious about like I can't do this. I need to get home. I need to rush. I got to end this commute as fast as possible.
Yeah, now I'm I want to end this commute as fast as possible. But I used to like having, whether the commute was like 20 minutes or 50 minutes, I liked having that time alone. But now I'm always alone.
Okay.
So I don't need that time alone.
Gotcha.
Like, I live alone. My kids live over there. I don't have a girl anymore. So, like, now I'm just like, yo, get me to my castle.
Yeah.
I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
Even though I come home 2 hours later, I go out and I come home and sleep.
Yeah.
But at least I have 2 hours to myself.
Yeah. I can see that. But yeah, I mean, the situation here, I guess, is better now because it's like more peaceful and you're alone rather than.
I haven't stopped moving in 10 years. Like, I used to go to work, come home.
Yeah.
This is after I left the kids and their mom. I would come home from work. I wouldn't come home from work. I would go to the kids' house, hang out with them for 3 hours, come home, sleep, go to work, do that. And I haven't stopped doing that until now. But now it's different because now I come home from work. I got 2 hours to pick them up from school, come home, go to sleep, go to work. And I realized the other day that it's like, wow, I've been doing this for like 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped. It's fucking crazy.
And now it's like, you feel like now you're like a different phase of your life?
Now I feel like I'll fucking go on a murder spree.
What?
Because I don't have any money. I need money. Go to eBay and look up Gungo Mike, Gungo Mike for toys, collectibles, shirts, comics. I'm selling a bunch of shit, a lot of good shit. A lot of my shit went, so get on it quick.
Oh man, so like you're getting rid of some stuff just to make some cash, then?
Yeah, I'm selling a lot of shit.
Store.
Yeah, I got a store.
I'll take a look at Gungo Mike.
Yeah, Gungo Mike on eBay.
You got some cool stuff here. Yeah.
A lot of my cool shit went. Check this out. So I really needed money. I needed like $300 just to get me through the week. So I had this alien figure, right? Big fucking 19-inch alien, maybe even 20-something inches. Original xenomorph. $300, I was going to put it up there. And I could have got $300 for it. I was like, I'll put it up for $300. If someone makes me an offer for like $175, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because it'll help me out. Took it off the shelf, took some pictures of it, put it back on the shelf, came back over here, I heard a loud bang. I go in the living room, he fell off the shelf, cracked his head wide open.
What happened?
He fell off the fucking shelf. I don't know. He was just big. He's a big, awkward fucking toy.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
His whole fucking head cracked open.
Oh, my gosh.
And then someone hit me up.
Oh, no.
About buying it. And I was like, dude, it just fell off the shelf.
You like, take the picture, like, would you still want it anyway? And he's like, no, thanks.
I did. I was like, look, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I can't give you fucking. Okay. So I gave it to him for $75. But he still took it. He was.
So you were happy. You were happy that you even got $75.
And I even threw a comic book in there for him.
Oh, good for him.
Because he was a nice fucking guy, and he was really nice. So I was like, he picked this thing up for fucking $75 with a broken head, and I was bummed, bro.
Can he put it back together? Can he like kind of rehab it, or is it kind of just like it's gonna be forever like Mike's broken head?
Yeah, it was see the top of his head was clear. Mm-hmm. So and there was a crack, so you can't hide the crack. But that's just how things have been going.
Oh man. So what do you think it is? Is it just like, because for me, I feel like when I'm on a fixed income, obviously it's like there's some major like thing that happens, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I was ahead, now I'm behind in terms of like finances. You know, I think that's what gets everyone, right? Kind of. Well, it snowballs from there. I feel like, right? I don't know.
The thing that gets me, the situation I'm in now is the worst situation I've ever had in my life, and the reason why I'm in this situation is because I had a big settlement, and I got a lot of money, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, okay.
I've never had money before in my life, so
this is recently, or this was
a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So I remember like you had an injury on the job, I think, and then you had a
car accident.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's where I hurt my forearm, my knee.
Okay, right.
And I got a lot of fucking money. Wasn't enough to quit my job, but it was enough to pay off all my credit cards, pay off my car, give my kids mom money, take my kids out every day, every weekend. Go, yeah, hey guys, what do you want to do? We can go to the city all day. We can stay in the city. Like I was at that point where I could do anything I wanted anytime. Had the whole house painted. I got, you know what I'm saying? And before I knew it, I had nothing. I was like,
yeah, where'd all the money go, right?
My mentality was, okay, I have 20 grand left, which is pretty good, and I'm working. So the money's just gonna stack.
Yeah.
But before you know it, I'm not going to work as much. I'm buying shit, and I'm just in a hole now. Yeah. So I started taking loans, 401k, pension loans, general loans, and now I just did bankruptcy. I'm doing bankruptcy now.
Oh wow! I didn't
know
know
that's how I'm in this current hole.
Yeah.
But before that, I was just reckless.
Wow. And that happened very quickly, though. Also, that was all in a matter of a few years, right?
What, the settlement thing?
Yeah, the time you got your settlement money to the point you had money, and then the point where.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So quick. I went through 140,000 in maybe 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you were taking your kids out, you were like doing crazy stuff then, probably, right? You were like,
the world is ours. Anything you want to do.
Example, like what? Like, I mean, because I'm trying to figure, like, with your kids, like, how much money could you really spend?
It was like 500-600 every on a day.
Yeah.
Museums, top of the Empire State Building, rides, Nintendo store, fucking, city stuff.
Right.
We would rent those. They used to have the Revel scooters. They don't have them anymore because they were dangerous. Just ride scooters downtown. Yeah. Me and my daughter took a scooter from fucking like Columbus Circle to fucking South Street Seaport.
Wow.
It was so much fun.
That's why I haven't heard from you in a while. You're having too much fun. That's why you're like the last few years. I was like, what's he up to? I was like, I thought he was like, or I thought you were like the next Joe Rogan, man. Like,
oh hell no. But yeah, man, it was having money is great. It was so fucking good to just be like, I don't have to stress anything.
Exhale, right?
I would get a bill and just pay it.
But now it's like you felt good, right? You feel like you were getting ahead, right? You're no interest, no charges, all that stuff.
Oh, so good, man. I fucking blew it bad.
And now you're back to like stressing out again, obviously.
Yeah, now I'm back to I have a bill here, it's been sitting here, it's $64.
Yeah.
It's only $64. It was due October 18th.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at now. But luckily I'm on antidepressants, so I don't stress it anymore.
Okay. You don't feel anything then.
Yeah. So when I used to fucking have no money, when my checking account would go negative, my heart would drop, my face would turn red, I would start sweating, I would start calling people, yo, can I borrow?
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I'll just move this over here, I'll move that over there, I won't pay this one, I won't pay that one, I'll do this. I mean, those fucking, so, I'm
kind of like how that, I don't have anxiety, but that's what I do. I just like move things around, figure out what I can pay late, what I have to pay now. Just
exactly.
Like, the good thing is like just getting a spreadsheet out. Like you can go on Google Sheets and just do like every column is a month or a week. Even I do weekly because every week's a battle. And just be like, this is how much money's going to come in. This is what I can pay this week. Just and looking forward week to week, like 10 weeks in advance. To me, that puts me at ease because then I'm like, okay, well, if I just stay the course, I'm not going to get negative bank account or whatever, So I always tell people that because it's crazy because when I'm consulting, I do a lot of financial consulting. And these big billion-dollar companies, that's what they do. They project. They know everywhere every dollar is going in and out on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if these big companies are doing that, and I'm doing it for them. I should just do it for myself. You know?
Yeah, and also putting you at ease is the most important thing.
Right.
That's the top priority. Fuck the phone company. They can not get paid for a month or two.
Yeah, they're like Verizon's they're not gonna go on welfare.
Fuck.
They're not going on Snap. They're like, where's my Snap money coming in? They're like they'll all be taken care. It'll be fine.
Yeah. You owe me $112. Mm-hmm. No, I would rather. I want to feel good about myself. I might actually just turn my phone off.
Yeah,
and just use Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, I mean, do you need it? I mean, it's
not really.
Oh, I guess when you're out though, it's probably good to have it, right? Because you need to like contact your kids and all that in case of an emergency.
Yeah, but there's fucking Wi-Fi everywhere. You could still make phone calls and text on Wi-Fi.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, well,
sure.
I moved from Verizon back to Optimum. I was an Optimum customer for like 20 years, and I moved to Verizon for years, and they kept on increasing the price. And again, I was trying to cut costs.
This your phone or cable?
Cable internet. So I moved back to Optimum, and then they're like, okay, well, you have an Optimum calling everywhere. I'm like, you can get Wi-Fi anywhere. I'm like, everywhere I'm out, I can't get Wi-Fi. I can't connect to any Wi-Fi on Optimum. At least I don't know if you have the same situation, but
no, I got
Verizon.
I have Verizon, and yo, they're so good.
Okay,
I've never had a problem with the cable.
I have bad Verizon service in my house, so I had to like stop them. Like I couldn't use Verizon as a cell phone. So,
really?
Yeah, because I don't know. I guess wherever my house is located, it's like a bad coverage area. So I'm like, all right, I can't. So I had T-Mobile.
How was that? Because I might.
T-Mobile was good. I mean, again, you should. I mean, every spot is like there might be for whatever reason this might be a weird spot for T-Mobile, but I always like T-Mobile. I thought I can get signal like everywhere.
I might switch. I mean, if I don't turn my phone off, I might switch to T-Mobile because there's no reason for my phone bill to be $113.
No, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you should get it like under 100 at the very least. Start there.
Yeah, and
shop
anyway,
around.
We're talking about fucking bills and shit. Yeah. Why are you hungover? That's what I want to know. What happened? How was your Halloween? First of all, we'll start there.
Oh, it was great. I had 2 costumes this year because, I like to have an idea of what my costume would be, and then I would like to Then my friend has a party. It's always a themed party, so I'm like, oh great, I gotta get a costume specifically for that theme, right? So my original idea for a costume was do you remember in June? Was it June or July in the summertime? Malcolm Jamal Warner drowned.
Yeah.
So I remember Monday morning hearing about that. He drowned Saturday, and it was crazy because that Saturday in the summer I had almost drowned. Also, I almost drowned the same day he actually drowned.
Get out of here!
And I never I go in the water often. I never had a drowning experience until that Saturday.
Frightening.
It was frightening. Well, yeah, it was. I was out in Myrtle Beach. My buddy rented this boat, and we went on this backwater tours, this inlet where there's this river and stream and all that, and there's a beach on the river kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it, but we parked our boat there. We were drinking all day in the sun, and then we're right by the beach, by the shore. We're in the sand, in the water, right? But then it's if you were drifting a little bit more out into the water, there's this big current,
Yeah.
It's weird. It's when you're in the water, you don't feel it, but once you go a little bit more, all of a sudden you feel this current, and I was all of a sudden I felt myself drifting.
Oh shit!
And I was so under the influence that I had and it was so late in the day, the sun was beating down, I had no power in my body.
Oh my god, that's fucking.
And I was slowly drifting away, and I was this. I was grabbing my arm. It was very slow. It was very slow, very. Yeah. I was going like this.
Yeah.
It was quicksand. I was like that, and then my friend was my friend Steve was like, David, what the hell are you doing? He thought I was spazzing out. I'm like, no, I'm drowning. I can't. I'm going away. And he's like, oh shit,
I'm going away.
Yeah, I'm going away. And he's he literally at the last moment grabbed my finger and pulled me in. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And he's like, yeah, the other buddy who's used to it, being in that area is if you had drifted down that way, by the time we got our boat off the beach and turned around and try to save, you would have been drowned. You would have been dead already. It was crazy. Wow. Yeah. And I was we were laughing, but it was scary also. I was like, holy shit.
Were you so drunk you didn't even realize the stakes?
Yeah. Well, I sort of did, but it was just funny that I think it was funny out of a sigh of relief that I was survived. But then later that day, I was like, oh, shit. Holy shit, I could have died, Yo,
I was in a pool. I just want a quick sidebar. Yeah. I was in a pool one time. And I was under the water, and I wanted to come up, but some dude on the on a like a raft was above my head. I didn't know it, so I came up. And I almost like being on the ice or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I have never been more scared in my life.
Because like you were anticipating that breath of like
Instant panic.
And then you didn't get it, and you're like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Yeah.
And did you choke or something like that, or no? Did you like choke on water, or did you? Just...
No, I fucking I pulled him out of and I yelled at him when he was like, "What the fuck?
What the hell are you doing?"
He had no idea. I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "What did happen?"
That's scary. Yeah, I've had something like that. Anyway, so like Malcolm Joel Warner that died that same day, and I was like, "Oh crap!" So I'm gonna be, he was Bill Cosby's son on the Cosby Show. So remember that one episode where like. He wanted to like there was like this really nice like fashion shirt or whatever that he wanted to wear. It was like $500, $800, something like that. And then he wanted it, but then like he couldn't afford it. So like his sister was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you this shirt that's gonna look exactly like it." And it was like a complete disaster. Like all like the buttons and the stitching were.
You know what?
You remember?
I never watched that show, but I saw something recently.
And he's like this. He's like...
Yeah, but I saw a shirt or
he's,
something recently. It's fucking weird.
He's like wearing this really messed up shirt, and he's like this. Like,
is there like shapes on it or something?
Yeah, it's got like weird, like the pockets are all out, and then like the buttons are on it.
I've seen that. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, so it was called like a Gordan Gartrell shirt. He's like...
Yes!
Yeah!
Where the fuck did I see that? Holy shit. Whatever, go ahead.
So anyway, like I was like, I had that shirt. Like I got that shirt online, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be like... dead. Yeah, I'm gonna be like a dead. That's from the Gordan Control shirt. And it's funny because I went to the city on Halloween. It was Friday, right? And like there was like mostly older people, like older Gen Xers and Boomers, who were like, "Oh my gosh, it's a Gordan Control shirt! Like, where did you get that from?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm glad some people knew because all the young kids didn't know anything about that. They're like, "What the hell? Why are you wearing this weird ass shirt?" You know?
No one's gonna know that.
Yeah,
no one's gonna know that. Actually, I didn't know that because the thing with the shirt. It was on one of the social media things where someone was wearing some shirt and then all the comments were for Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing it was that shirt.
Yeah,
it had
that same shirt. Yeah, it just like looked like some funky shirt or whatever.
It had to be.
Cool. So yeah, that was my one costume, and then my friend.
Wait, can I just ask you about that costume? What else did you do to?
That was it
for the drowning part.
Oh no, that was it.
Like seaweeds on yourself?
I was just like in honor. Oh man, that'd have been morbid. See, I'm not like that. I was like, I like Malcolm Joel Warner. He's a good guy, so I'm like, I'm just gonna honor him. Everyone already forgot about him. It's already October.
Yeah,
he died in the summer. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna wear this shirt, and see who notices. Like, I liked it. I mean, not a lot of people recognized it, but the ones who did, like, really appreciated it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. But then my friend, he has his annual holiday party or his Halloween party. It was weird because it was a Saturday after Halloween. It was on the 1st of November. That's the first time I ever celebrated Halloween in November. It's kind of weird.
Halloween kind of goes away immediately too. The Halloween feeling
disappears.
It's gone.
Well, it disappears, and like I feel like you don't even get Thanksgiving anymore. It just goes straight to
Christmas.
Which I don't like. Do you like that or no?
No, I didn't get shit yet.
Well, I mean, like
I didn't buy any presents yet.
But it's like, I mean, I just don't like seeing the decor. I mean, I feel like buying presents in advance is fine because then you don't forget. But it's like November 3rd. It's not even election day. And I'm like driving in like all these shopping centers. All you see is like the holiday decorations and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, can we slow down? Because I actually
start really early.
I actually like Thanksgiving because it kind of gets me like it's a nice fall kind of holiday. It's starting to get colder, and then it's like about
football
family. Yeah,
shit,
it's like I feel like we can just appreciate that. And then can we go to Christmas? Like, can we just wait till like the day after?
Nah, they don't make money on Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah. Because no one cooks anymore. No one does any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, really?
So like, I feel like a lot of, don't you see like a lot of like these promotions of like, okay, don't eat, like come to the restaurant, you'll get like a price fixed menu and like,
I haven't noticed. I'm gonna have to try to stay aware of. Excuse me, I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, you'll see it when you're like driving through on like the internet or whatever, or flyers. You'll be like, oh, don't cook. Go to this restaurant and like you'll get like the whole turkey stuffing thing for like whatever. Isn't that kind of crazy? That means that like these places are open. That means that there's workers that are working.
Yeah. I noticed that they don't do the a lot of places, like Wendy's and Burger King, they used to be open, now they're closed.
That's good. I feel like because it go too much the other direction. Where remember, like places on the weekends, like they would close early. They close like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday they would just be completely closed.
Yeah.
And now everything's open 24 hours a day. It's like kind of crazy.
It's because
days.
It's because like you let's say you have two stores, right? Fucking John's store and Jane's store. John's store and Jane's store, they're both open at 9 to 5. John's like, well, I'm going to open 8 to 5 and make that extra money.
Yeah.
Shane's like, well, I'm going to be open 8 to 6. He's like, oh, I'm going to be open, and it never fucking stops.
That it didn't stop. That's what happened, right?
And that's what happens.
And it was basically big corporations kind of doing it. It was like, oh, well, Walmart's open, so the Target has to be open.
Yes.
It's like I feel like that's how it started. CVS, then Dwayne and
Well,
Reed.
they're
and
working on
well,
Thanksgiving, so we have to be working on Thanksgiving.
And it's just crazy, especially on the weekends, because like the traffic on the weekends is insane. I feel like it's worse than like the rush hour traffic during the week. I feel like
What, holiday?
just on any given weekend, Saturday, Sunday,
At
like
night, yeah,
after,
not in the daytime.
after like 11 a.m. I feel like
Yeah.
if you don't get to where you need to get to before 11, if you're like 11 to like the rest of the day, I feel like everyone's on the road. There's like so much traffic. Like yesterday, I drove into the city because usually me and my buddy want to go in. So I'm like, instead of both of us taking the train, why don't we just both drive in together? It took us like, I mean, I'm not that far from the city. It took like an hour and a half just to get to the parking spot.
That's you know how many times I drove to the city on a Saturday? I'm like, why is there so
Yeah,
much traffic
it's
on a
crazy.
fucking Saturday?
After COVID, I feel like it got a lot worse on the weekends. Like just like
How awesome was COVID?
it's great.
Nobody on the fucking
No,
road.
it was awesome. That's how it should be. That's how it can be. Like, it's not like civilization collapsed and all of a sudden everyone stopped working. It's like, or commuting or doing that stuff. Like, things just continued going along.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, there's people who, like, COVID didn't affect me at all. Mm-hmm. Like, except for I couldn't take my kids bowling.
Yeah.
Like, it really didn't, I didn't stop working. I didn't stop doing anything. But I want everyone to go back to working at home. Because I was
that's
loving that fucking empty roads,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, it was nice.
Fucking just, like,
Yeah.
fucking luxury, bro.
It feels like you have, like, the whole, like, space to yourself, you know?
Yeah. Who wouldn't
But-
want that shit? And you know what's fucked up? The traffic is so bad here. And we're not even the worst in the country. Like, L.A., Atlanta. Fucking horrible. You ever been to L.A.?
Yeah, I've been to LA. LA traffic is pretty bad. Atlanta traffic, I went to school there, so I figured it was pretty bad. I'm trying to compare because I'm so used to. I was there in both places, and it was bad. But I don't know if it was bad just because like I felt like okay, well I'm here not living here, and I'm kind of trying to vacation or do sightseeing, and it's like it just feels like it's a lot of traffic. But I feel like New York has to be still like top. I feel like it's not like I didn't feel like that was exceptionally bad, like those places. It felt like it was just as bad as New York, which I'm thinking maybe New York is just
I always
the
thought
worst.
New York was top 5, but when I see these lists, they're not even on it. Hey Siri, give me the top 5 worst traffic in the United States.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
What's the point of view then, bro? What the fuck? All right. I want to talk about. We've done over an hour already.
Yeah.
But I want to see what you did while you're so hungover.
Not much. It was my buddy's birthday, and so we went out to dinner at like some Greek place, and we were drinking before, we were drinking during, drinking after. I don't know. It was like a fancy place, like a fancy like not even
Fancy Greek.
Well, it's like it's like I don't know. I just don't feel like the food was good, but I just always never feel like it's worth the money. You know,
Greek in general.
no, just like any type of fancy restaurant. Like I don't feel like not like it wasn't like super high end. It was just like it was a nice place, and I was like I don't know. I'd rather just like go to like get some
IHOP?
Yeah, I went to I was at a IHOP this morning right after I was
So
hungover. And I'm like, this was way better than
So good.
the fancy Greek. I mean, the Greek was I had like some I don't know bronzino fish or whatever. It was good. It wasn't like I could have made it at home though. That's the thing. It's like if I can make it at home, regardless of how much it costs, like I don't want to go out and like Italian food for the most part, and like Greek food and like Middle Eastern food. I feel like I can all make that at home. Like stuff that's hard to make is like pizza, right? Don't you think that's kind of hard to like do well at home, right?
Yeah, because they have like the
special ovens
and shit. Yeah.
And it's like they got the dough down to the science, and like the heat and all that. So it's
some of these places import their sauce from Italy and shit.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like that's just too much work for me to do that at home. So I'm like, I'd rather just go spend like $30. And pizza's expensive now, also. It's like I'd rather spend $30 on a pie than $100 at like this Greek place. Same thing with like fried chicken. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken, like Popeyes. It's like to get like a deep fryer and get like the batter right, and then like do all that perfectly. And it's like it smells up the kitchen, like the deep fryer.
Fried chicken is almost always good. You can go to the ghetto places, Crown and Kennedy.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
places
yeah.
are fucking banging.
Yeah.
This Crown is so fucking good, and they're open 3:00 in the morning. You're gonna go get some chicken.
And that's why in the city there's like all these like high end like fried chicken places now, and I'm like.
Like Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, Blue Ribbon and like Bon Chunkin or whatever it's called.
Blue Ribbon's pretty fucking good. Though.
Yeah, it's good, but I'm like, I don't know.
Crown is just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
And Tuesdays they have like KFC. They have like 10 pieces for $8. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like that's a pretty good deal. I'm like every Tuesday, that's what I'm doing. You
You
know,
ever go to Peter Luger's though?
yeah, I've been to Peter.
That shit is worth it. I
That-
went there recently, and that shit is so fucking good.
It's funny you say that because I was like, what's the exceptions for like expensive places? I think like one of them is like, I like sushi, and that's kind of hard to do well at home. You know, it's a lot of work. So
How
I'm like,
I didn't even know you could do that at home.
it's good. I mean, you can do it.
Isn't it raw?
Yeah, so you don't have to cook anything.
buy it, roll
yeah,
it up?
The hard part is getting the rice right. You know,
Oh,
and
right,
if you roll it, and the second hardest part is rolling it the right way. But even if you fuck up the roll, when you put it in your mouth, like it tastes like sushi. You know, it's like it's a seaweed, rice, and fish. That's all it is, and you don't even have to cook it. So as long as you like get the right proportions and you put it in your mouth, it's gonna taste as good as like anywhere else. But the hard part is like getting that like the rice, the right texture, and then rolling it the right way.
I've never had like, I've had girls who introduced me to sushi, and it's good. I like it, but I've never had like that good shit. Like there's one guy in this city, that exclusive guy. Like how good could it be?
Yeah, it's weird because it's like I compare it to like driving a Lamborghini. Like a Toyota is a good car, a really good car, but you know, to get like good like Lamborghini, you're spending like so much extra money for like it doesn't seem like a big difference, but it is, and it's like you'll notice a difference. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what matters.
Yeah.
You got to notice the difference.
But like I feel like it's more noticeable than like like high end wine. I don't know the difference between like a really good wine and a really cheap wine. It all tastes the same to me.
It's how you feel the next day will tell you.
Yeah, but like sushi, you can tell. Like I can give you names a bunch of good sushi restaurants in the city, and like you'll be like, oh shit, this like tastes better. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And then you see the bill, you're like, oh fuck, that's a lot more money.
Yeah,
than,
that's
like,
where it went.
Than all you eat or whatever. But yeah, so sushi is one of those places that I would spend extra money on. And really, like steak, yeah, because it's like, again, I feel like it's like, again, you could do it at home, but like to get like dry aged like Peter Luger steak,
Yeah.
it's like a lot of work and a lot of money. I'm like, you can just go to Peter Luger's, and like whenever I have guests over, some of my guests who come over like multiple times, are like the first thing I want to do is like, go to Peter Luger's because wherever they are, they can't get it there.
Yeah, there's only like 2 locations.
Well, they just opened up that new one in Las Vegas, right?
Oh, I think I heard about that.
So there's like a third one now. There's one in Brooklyn, that was the original, and then there's one like right by my house in Great Neck. And
I
then
went to that one recently.
You went to that one?
It's real good.
Yeah, that there it's easier to get a reservation.
Oh
other
yeah,
than
I
Brooklyn
didn't even
one.
have to. I just fucking
You just
walked
walked
in.
in?
That
Oh,
motherfucker.
good.
I wanted to go to the one in Brooklyn. This is recently. I took this chick there, and the Brooklyn one I had to wait till 2026. It's fucking crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the first time I went there, I was like 17. We just got our license, and we're like, let's do something fun. Like, what do you want to do? Like, let's go to a nice steakhouse. I'm like, what's a nice steakhouse? We looked it up, like this place called Peter Luger. So I'm like, okay, let's go there. We went there, and we ate it, and we're like, we don't know what the big deal is.
Shit.
Because like we didn't have any reference.
Yeah.
And like when you're young, you need to like appreciate that, right? That kind
Yeah.
of. And I think when you're young, you just don't like it's like eating sushi when you're young. You're probably just like, oh, this is like raw, like rice and like fish or whatever, you know? So when we were younger, we didn't really see what the big deal is. But then now we go like decades later, we eat it and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I get it. It's like a fine whiskey or something. Like
You have to go to Outback on Monday and then go to Peter Luger's on Thursday.
But that's the thing. I used to love Outback. I love going there. I like going to like, what is it called? Like what's the other ones? Like the Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. Like
people swear by that place. I've never
I love
been
it.
there.
I mean, for the price point, you can't go wrong, So
Is there anything you want to talk about before we end it?
no, I mean we can talk about lots of stuff, but we probably should leave it to the maybe the next episode.
Yeah, my battery's probably dying. But what about yeah, I guess we'll just wrap it up here. We can always do it again next week.
I could talk about school, life, food, drinking, traveling. I can just do that forever.
Yeah, I think next time I want to talk about the traveling thing because I've never been anywhere. I don't really feel the need to go anywhere.
Yeah,
but I would like to know about it.
Oh yeah, I'll clue you in on the whole
Different
world of
cultures
travel.
and shit.
Yeah, I mean, just the act of booking travel and all that. I mean, it's a whole other world now. Because I don't know. You go on Instagram. There's so many people like flaunting all the places they go to, bragging about like. I feel like the younger generation, they're like. They just love traveling. Or they love.
All right, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into that next time.
They love saying that they're traveling at least.
'Cause
I don't know if they much they like it or not.
I'm about to start asking questions. And we're gonna get into it, but we'll save that for next week.
Sure.
Thanks for doing
Always
the show.
a pleasure.
Dave.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thanks for checking out the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Gungo Podcast. That's Gungo Podcast. And listen to past episodes at gungo.podbean.com.